family sedan segment is a hard cookie to crack as it is oversaturated and competition is steep. To be able to stand out, a radical approach is definitely required. Ford realized that and based on its kinetic design theme, released the all-new 2013 Fusion. The Mazda-derived CD3 platform has been dropped and instead, the new car is based on the new CD4 platform designed by Ford Europe. The 2013 Fusion borrows stylistic elements from Aston Martin and Jaguar to make the big bang in the market. The front grille and elongated headlights resemble a vehicle that normally should be driven by
Bond. James Bond.
and the rear looks like it belongs to some kind of modern-day Jaguar. All available engines are 4 cylinders with eco-friendly temperament. The base model comes with a 2.5 Duratec engine rated at 170 horse. A step up from that is the 1.6-liter EcoBoost rated at 178 horse, and the top of the range, like our test vehicle, is a 2.0-liter EcoBoost rated at 240 horse, which is also available with all-wheel drive. The hybrid and plug-in hybrid complete the lineup. The interior design is a continuation to the radical approach to stand out from the crowd, and the efforts have really paid off. The A-pillars are angled like they would be in a coupe, and the seats hold your body sports car style. The instrument panel is the epitome of modern. There's an analog speedometer in the middle, which is the only connection to the past, and on either side of it, LCD screens have been placed that are fully customizable as of what to display. The center console hosts a well-sized LCD display for the Ford Sync system. You can control the phone integration, climate control, audio system, and navigation in a very intuitive quad split screen. The dashboard is trimmed with soft-to-the-touch material which reaches all the way to the back, while the fit and finish are excellent. Touch instead of push buttons have been used on the center console, and overall the cabin feels really upscale. The driving position is very sporty, and finding your ideal location is easy thanks to the plenty adjustments for both seat and steering wheel. The front seats are fantastic and side support is the best in class, while the thin form factor helps create more legroom in the back. 3 passengers can be accommodated in the rear with little compromise, and the cargo area at 453 liters is more than enough for the luggage of 5 for a weekend excursion. Even though it feels like you're driving a sporty coupe, visibility is good and getting comfortable with it is just a matter of minutes. You sure do get a lot of car for the money, as the titanium trim level comes packed with lots of convenience and entertainment features. Safety-wise, you get a ton of airbags, anti-lock brakes, stability control, and there are plenty of driving aids included as well, such as cross-traffic warning, lane departure prevention, and blind spot monitoring.
My favorite one is the lane departure control. There's a little button over here that you press to enable it. You wait 2 seconds for it to detect the lines left and right, and then if, for example, you let go of the steering and you're kind of going out of your lane, it puts you back into shape. Did you see that? It just moved me. It does get angry if you do that though, and it says, "Put your hands back on the steering wheel, you idiot!"
The 2.0-liter EcoBoost engine is rated at 230 horse with regular unleaded or 240 horse with premium, and does pack enough power to justify the choice of replacing the V6. With 250 pound-feet of torque, the 2013 Fusion hits the 100 km/h mark in 6.8 seconds and does feel fast. The engine is refined and will only be heard when revved hard, as it feels a bit rough close to the red line. Fuel economy is tricky due to the downsized turbo engine. Drive it smooth and you will average about 9.5 liters per 100 kilometers on a combined circle, or get carried away by the sweet torque and you'll find yourself averaging about 13 liters per 100 kilometers. The 6-speed automatic gearbox unfortunately is only average, as gear changes in traffic are not so smooth, while kickdown response could be better. In sport mode, thankfully, Eventually, you can take over using the paddle shifters and things become a lot better. Ford claims the car has been conceived as a driver's car, and on the road, that shows. The all-round independent suspension with McPherson struts in the front and a new multi-link system in the rear feels firm over bumps and is definitely tuned towards sport rather than comfort. Not that it's uncomfortable, quite the opposite really. The suspension does a good job absorbing bumps and body control is excellent, but you do feel it working hard to achieve that. Some really harsh anomalies will shake up the passengers, but in a sporty sedan like this one, that's to be expected. At least when it comes to handling, you can appreciate why the Ford Fusion is not as comfortable as other competitors. There's minimal body roll, steering is crisp, and feedback is among the best in class. The Fusion, despite its large dimensions, feels very agile. It turns in razor sharp and is very fun and involving to drive. Traction limits are very high and the all-wheel drive system works very well and has been tuned to give an oversteer bias to the handling. In slippery conditions, the all-wheel drive Fusion is very safe, and if the stability control could be fully switched off, it would have been huge fun as well. Of course, none of the above would have been any good if the Fusion was not equipped with good brakes. From 100 kilometers an hour, the Fusion, despite the terrible Goodyear tires, came to a complete stop in 45 meters, showing no brake fade indications. The brake pedal felt crisp, and the overall effectiveness was up to par with a superb handling and swift performance. At $38,557 as tested, the 2013 Ford Fusion Titanium all-wheel drive might seem a bit pricey, but has lots to offer. It drives as good as it looks, which is rare in this vehicle category, and I'm happy to report that I would happily own one.